Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. We will begin our broadcast shortly. Thank you.
Welcome to Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District Good Neighbor Ambassador Program Info Session. I'm Angela Jones, Senior Government Affairs Specialist, and today's presentation will be delivered by Patrick Gibonnet from our Talent Acquisition team. But before we get started, just a few housekeeping rules. For those that are attending live today, please put your questions or comments in the chat. We will address them through the presentation, but definitely by the Q&A session at the very end. If you are listening to this as a recorded presentation, please email your comments and your questions to the email address listed at the end of today's presentation. So with that, I would like to begin. So Patrick?
Hey, Angela, thanks. Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Patrick Gibonnet. I work in our HR department and I work with the talent acquisition team. And I'm here today to talk to you guys about the Good Neighbor Ambassador Program. Angela and I want this to be more of a conversation. So if there's any questions you want to throw in the chat, and Angela wants to talk about them, she's gonna pop into our conversation and we just can go from there. But if you have any questions, put those in the chat and then we'll have a Q&A session at the end. So today's agenda, we're going to go over the Good Neighbor Ambassador Program. I'm going to refer to it as the GNA program from now on. When you work at the district, we are really big on acronyms. So we break things down with acronyms. So the GNA program is the Good Neighbor Ambassador Program. So if I refer to it as the GNA, I'm talking about the Good Neighbor Ambassador Program. So we're going to go over the history, what the program is, we'll go over the job description, how to apply to the job description, and then I'll show you a recent success story of one of our former GNAs who now works as a full-time employee here at the district. So Angela, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, cool. So we want to go into the history of the program. So why was it launched in 2013? So when we have to go back to the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District, the district is, we're a part of what's known as Project Clean Lake. And that is a $3 billion, 25-year project to reduce pollution that goes into Lake Erie. And with that comes a lot of infrastructure and construction projects, which can be a bit of a nuisance into certain neighborhoods where we're working and areas of the Northeast Ohio and the Cleveland area. We're disrupting day-to-day life. So we were asked to kind of like, all right, if we're gonna do these projects that are going to have such a positive impact on Northeast Ohio for decades and in the next century, we need to focus on, right now. So how can we provide a positive support system right now. So the program is to be a part of these neighborhoods and areas that we are in and provide a service. So we need to provide service, landscaping, snow plowing, just going above and beyond a certain, maybe projects around the neighborhoods and just cleaning the aesthetic of these maybe eyesore construction, the trucks and cranes and drills and everything that's going along with construction projects. We want to have a positive presence in there and helping these areas where we're working in the now. So with that, the Good Neighbor Ambassador program is to gain that support and trust. And we have the need for help. We need the people to help with those projects and with those day-to-day landscaping duties and things in the now, so we can provide employment right now, but it's not just a job. It's a program. So I'll get into it a little bit later, but there's the job aspect and then there's the training aspect. So we want everyone coming into this program to be a better employee and a better candidate for a career, not just a job. So Angela, is there anything else that, what the program is, or maybe even some of the history of just kind of, who we're looking for and why this was implemented to work at these like over 100 work sites?
Yes, I think you tapped right into why we have the Good Neighbor Ambassador program. Again, it's to kind of help with projects around the neighborhoods that we're actually doing the work. And so you're right, it's more than just a job. It's, it's helping us with beautifying the neighborhood as we're doing the construction, but also we're providing lots of training to provide our candidates for their next step in their career.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, where we're working, these are some of the areas in the neighborhoods that we are in, but the previous slide said over 100 work sites. So you might be at Detroit Shoreway one day, and then, next day you might be helping out at our Clean Water Fest, which is our big, fun, open house that we had that unfortunately had to be virtual this past year, but we're looking for that to be in person next year if everything goes okay. But, you might get to see areas of Northeast Ohio that you're not quite familiar with, but you get to be involved in those areas and you get to maybe see some areas of Northeast Ohio that you've never been to before. So, we're working all over Northeast Ohio, and with, the time of the year that we're in now and the next couple of months, it could be sunny and warm and we're out cleaning up brush and, picking up leaves and things. And then the next day it's snowing. So we're working on shoveling snow. So, your day is we're working in all weather conditions. We're working outside, and then I'll get into the training aspect where we're working in the classroom too. But, we're outside and we're out about. So if you're really interested in working in the community and being involved and having immediate community positive impact, this is the kind of position that you might be interested in. So some more background info on the GNA program. So we're looking for someone to work 30 hours per week. It's $14 per hour, but you have access to full district benefits. So health benefits, so time off, but that also includes a tuition assistant program. So if you want to go back to school or start a program, you have the ability to do that. So the benefits are huge. And then the extensive trainings, which I'll get to here in a couple minutes, these are other benefits that you get, but also the goal of this program is to have you come in and then within that 9 to 12 month long, so that the program is 12 months long. By the 9 to 12 month time frame, we want you to be fully employed with an outside organization. And if it has happened in the past, and an opening has come up here at the district, you can apply to that when you work as a district. Some jobs are posted just internally, so you might have access to a couple other positions that maybe the general public isn't available before it goes public. So there are a lot of huge benefits to working as a Good Neighbor Ambassador. These are just some of the, the background of, what you would be compensated and the trainings. So that goes into like what the actual job duties are going to be. So a lot of landscaping, working out with the public, but really going above and beyond. So if there is somebody in a neighborhood that needs some extra help, maybe they're, they have a bunch of things going on and they just need some extra help. Maybe just, it could be something, it's, can you take my trash out for me? Like, I'm not really comfortable walking out in the ice. It's like, yeah, absolutely, we can do that. So, and bringing the trash back in, just going above and beyond, helping out these areas that we're working in, because we want to make sure that we are, we are disrupting maybe someone's day-to-day life with our projects, but we want to make sure that our community knows that we're here for them and we're not just going to leave them in the dust. So working in landscaping, getting to work with, environmental issues, working on some green infrastructure projects, flyer distributions, going door to door, talking with our customers and saying like, hey, we have this project coming up. Here's some more info about it. If you have any questions, we're here to help. Look for us. And we're happy to answer those questions. Working at the Cleveland Food Bank, community festivals. I had mentioned earlier, working at our Clean Water Fest, which is a really, really fun event every fall that we host. So getting to be involved with that is another part of this job. So that's more the day-to-day, the job aspect of this, but there's a second part to this program that is equal to working and the job duty, and that is the trainings. So the trainings are a part of this program. So you can't just work the job and you can't just do the trainings. You're doing both together. So there is an internal one, Sewer U. You can leave with an OSHA training, Ocean 10 training. You leave with CPR, career readiness. We have a partnership with Tri-C. So you'll be working at Tri-C, a green infrastructure training. Crucial Conversations is another training that you'll be a part of. So you're going to actually leave with job experience and a ton of actual trainings that you can put on that resume. So the resume part is where I get excited because that's my expertise and what my team works on. So when you're a district employee, you can send us a text, email, phone call, like, hey, I need some help with my resume. So the talent acquisition and HR team is here to help our employees. So working with, tweaking up your resume, like going over it, maybe like, actually you should put, this higher or this lower, or, let's go more into depth because you actually did a lot more than you thought at this job. So just kind of like beefing up those resumes, doing mock interviews, just like, hey, did you notice that when you're in an interview, you fiddle with your pen a lot? So maybe, maybe put the pen on the table so you're not fiddling around with things like that. So, or some people didn't realize they had gum in their mouth. So those are just type of things that we can offer you, trainings. Angela, is there any like other trainings that that you are like, oh, this is a really cool training that our GNAs get?
I think one of the things that we like to highlight is the training that our engineering and construction department delivers.
Mm-hmm.
It gives our ambassadors a full understanding of all of the projects and how they are being constructed, and actually even how they're actually even planned. So it's very exciting. Okay,
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah. So and the trainings are like, there might be some that we don't even know about yet. And it's like, hey, we have a really great opportunity for our GNAs to do this training and get certified in something. So, working here is great. Also, one other thing that the past year's cohort of GNAs got to be a part of Toastmasters, which is a great, if you're maybe a little uncomfortable with public speaking, being part of Toastmasters is a great opportunity to kind of getting over that fear and thinking on your feet and being ready. Because when you're a district employee, and if you're wearing district gear like Angela and I are right now, and if we went to Giant Eagle and somebody came up to us, we got to be ready to answer a question. We may not know the answer to the question, but you know, if since I work in HR, and maybe I don't know everything about billing or a project that's going on in a different neighborhood that where I live. I'm gonna share my contact information, and then like, hey, let's connect. I'm gonna get you in touch with the right person to know this answer. And maybe I do know the answer and I can answer them right away. So just always being prepared to answer, because you know, working at the district, you're a representative here, and you know, we are very public focused, and we want to make sure we can answer the questions that we need to. So just always being prepared to answer those types of things. So if you do wear district gear, be prepared to be stopped at Giant Eagle. I'm just kidding. So, all right. So this program sounds awesome and you're so excited and you want to apply. So how do you go about doing that? So if you're here live, we're going to put this link in the chat, but if you're watching a recording, go to our website and you're going to go to neorsd.org/career home, and then you're going to go hover over view open positions, and then you're going to look for Good Neighbor Ambassador, and you're going to select that, and this is what it will look like when you are on the page to apply. And you're going to head on over to apply now, and then you're going to be prompted to give more information, your name, your address, your job history, and it's going to ask you a bunch of other questions. So that is what our what the career page looks like, and you want to make sure you go to it, and it'll say Good Neighbor Ambassador. It was posted on the 4th, so it should be live right now. And you want to head on over there, and we'll put that in the chat here in a little bit. So some of the requirements that we need from you: you need to be at least 18 years or older. You need to have a high school diploma or a GED from a reputable, verified high school or a GED location. And then you need to have a valid driver's license by the time that the program starts. So we're looking for this to start in early spring. So you need to have that driver's license. So those are the requirements. So what the process after applying, if you are selected for a phone screen, you will have a phone screen, and then you will have 2 panel interviews that will ask you a series of questions. They're behavioral based questions, and you're going to go ahead and answer those, and you'll be given time to prepare and everything. But make sure you have your resume up to date. Make sure if you want to put any references, go ahead and put those too, but make sure all your information is truthful, and then you're giving detailed, hey, I worked here from here from this time to this time, and then make sure your contact information is the most accurate. So if you have an email that's on your resume, but you use a different email more frequently, maybe change that to the more frequent email we use, because if we can't find you, then we can't move forward with you. So make sure all those are up to date, and we'll go ahead and apply right now on our website. So it's a pretty painless application, but dedicate some time, make sure everything is ready to go on that aspect. So some success stories. So right now we've hired, since December of 2020, we've hired 58 ambassadors, and then 45 of them have received full-time employment. So that's the goal of this program, is to help you find a full-time career position. So this program is going to help you launch in different areas that maybe you didn't think that you were interested in, but after going to some of the trainings, maybe you didn't realize you really liked being outside and really liked working with the environment. So that could be something that you learn from this program. Next, I wanted to share a success story. So Ashley King, she is a recent GNA, and I've actually worked with her. I helped her with her resume, and she now works as a custodial worker at our Southerly plant. and I'm going to share this video. I just asked her. So, fun thing about Ashley. So, and this is why she's a rock star. I had asked her just to kind of give me a quick, couple of sentences about what the district, means to her. And she sent me a video because she read my mind knowing that we were going to be doing this presentation. So just that above and beyond and rock star mentality of just going a little bit above and beyond. And that's probably why she's a rock star. So I'm going to go ahead and show this video. I'm going to turn it up. If you can't hear it, the volume's a little low, but I'm going to turn it up as much as I can, okay?
Hello, my name is Ashley King, and I was a part of the Good Neighbor Ambassador Program, Cohort 5. There's so many things I enjoyed about being in this program, including going out into the community and really making a difference in the vitality of the areas that we serviced. I also enjoy meeting the people who live there and, looking forward to seeing them whenever we were in their neighborhoods. What I really enjoyed about the program is it puts me in a mind when I worked in the classroom and we were taught to develop the whole child, mentally, physically, emotionally, and so on. I really feel like that program did that for me. I came out of the program a better speaker. I came out more confident in the work that I do. And I came out with a broader understanding of how important it is to take care of our environment. Sometimes we don't think about those things when we don't do the work, but it's so important. I enjoyed being exposed to so many different career options and making lasting friendships. This program is a great program, and I am so glad that I learned about it and that I was accepted into it. Thank you all so much.
All right, yeah.
Hello, my
She's
name
a rock star. So, okay. So this program sounds great. You're going to go and apply, but you have any follow-up questions? Here's my contact information. Feel free to reach out to me or Angela, and we can answer any of those questions. If you give me a call and I don't answer right away, I'm probably doing something else, but I call back pretty quickly or text back pretty quickly. But just give me a couple minutes and then I'd be able to go from there. So that being said, Angela, do we have any questions in our chat?
Yes, Patrick. One of the questions that came up was, are the trainings part of the 30 hours of paid work?
Yes, they are. Angela, you could probably talk a little bit more about that. Yes, that's a part of, that could be one day. A training could be one day here at, I don't want to say work, but like that could be one day of your time here, correct?
Yes, correct. So I think you mentioned earlier that the training and the actual work is all in one. So we expect you to treat the training like it's work. So
Correct.
it will all be done within the 30 hours during the week.
Mhm.
Also, there are some times where we have, let's say, community meetings or festivals that our ambassadors also participate, and that may be outside of the 30 hours a week. So there's an opportunity for to work a little overtime.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Mhm. Questions?
Let me see. I think that's the only question. Here's one for you.
Okay, sure.
So if we're out in the field, are we going to be given uniforms or anything like that to do the work?
Yes. So yeah, so you, like what I was talking about earlier, you're working out in all the elements. So if you are working and it's starting to rain, we got you covered with rain gear. You're going to have the tools provided. You're going to have the clothes, your boots, all that's going to be taken care of. So, right now it's January. We don't know what's going on. So, being prepared to being, dressing comfortably and warm, you're going to have to take that into consideration that you're going to be outside, but you're covered on uniforms and tools and the equipment and everything on there. If you do work outside and it's snowing and you need some tips on how to stay warm, you come to me. I used to work outside. I know all the tricks and trades to keep you warm working outside. The goal and the heat is always in your tools, so you have to keep working. So it's a fun tip. Oh, you're on mute.
Another question that we have are how many ambassadors do we plan to hire?
10. We are planning on hiring 10 this year.
Is another question, is transportation provided?
To work or to the job site?
It didn't discern, but I think it's important to say that, you know, transportation to the district, to our headquarters is not provided, but when we
Mhm.
get to the different sites, then transportation will be provided to get to our different job sites around our
Correct.
district.
Correct, yeah.
See, are there any more questions? I thought I saw a hand up.
Yeah, I thought I saw one too.
Mm. So let me throw another question out, Patrick,
Mhm.
because, you know, a lot of times people tend to ask the same question. So
Mhm.
you talk about, I only have to be 18 to be hired, correct? Is there an
Correct.
age limit?
No. So you just have to be 18 years or older to qualify in terms of age. And make sure you have your high school diploma or GED equivalent, and then you have to have a valid driver's license. So those are the 3 requirements that we ask.
That's good.
Mhm. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen, but I want to put in the chat a link to the job. Did you put a link?
Yes, there's
Okay,
a
cool.
link
All
in
right,
the
yeah.
chat. Mhm.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, head on over there, and then if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or Angela about those.
So there's a question about the location of the headquarters. So right now, our ambassadors, we have a location at Greater Abyssinia Church, but we may fluctuate between the church as well as our headquarters, which is at 3900 Euclid Avenue.
Mhm.
Another question's coming in. Do we need a driver's piece or is state ID fine? Oh, do we need a driver's license or a state ID is fine?
You do need a valid driver's license to qualify. That is a requirement for the position. Mhm.
Let me see. I don't see any other questions. Can you think of anything else that someone may ask about this job, Patrick?
Mhm. Yeah, I can't really think of anything, but I just know that if you're looking for an opportunity to not just, you know, if you really care about where you live in the community and you want to give back, this is a great opportunity to do that, as well as get job experience and trainings that are only going to benefit you long term. So the project Clean Lake is a long-term project. So if you want to think of this as a long-term project as your career, you know, this is a part of it. So this is a really good opportunity. The district is a great organization to be a part of because it's very forward thinking in terms of caring about the area where we live and the environment, but also we want to make sure that we're giving back to the community and servicing those that live here. So like for me, I'm not originally from the Cleveland area, but I know the sense of pride that it is from the Cleveland area. And being a part of that, fills me up a lot, because, that's what I was looking for a really long time, is just being a part of something a lot bigger. And with the G&A program, you can be a part of that, bigger picture, and you're helping your neighbor. So, if that's kind of the position you're looking for, this is a great opportunity. So, yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for on my end, Angela, if you have any other thing. But again, anybody can reach out to us and we can answer any questions that we possibly can. But make sure you go to our career page and apply today. Yeah.
I have one last question that just came in. Is there any positions available that does not require a driver's license?
Most do. Most do require a driver's license. I can't think of any on the top of my head right now. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
I
Great.
think that does it.
Thank you all for letting us talk to you during this lunch hour. We really appreciate you letting us and joining us here today. And thank you for all the great questions. We really appreciate any questions that anyone throws at us. So I appreciate everybody, and have a great rest of the day.
All right. Have a great day, everyone.
Take care. Bye.